Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the MML May 2025 patch. This went live on the 12th of May 2025, so the time this video goes out it was yesterday. If you haven't been on your console or been on the PC or anything like that, when you obviously log in next, you should see that you'll have a download if you own the route. We'll go through the patch notes and we'll just cover what comes with this. It's quite a cool little update actually. One of the things we'll pass on the way will be to do with Ratcliffe Power Station. So there's been some updates to that. Ignore the fact it says XC on the HST. That's because we've got the Birmingham Cross City 2021 updating. So I think what it does is every previous, like the latest edition of a HST skin that goes in there from these mods, that's what gets added onto that little thing that pops up. If you've not seen that video with the Cross City 2021 timetable, it is one of our latest previous videos. Well worth a look and well worth a download if you haven't had a chance yet to play with it. We're just leaving Derby. About 7 miles, I think it is, up to Racliffe Power Station. We're going to see some additions to that asset. I will point them out in a second, to be honest, as well, because if you go over here into the sky as high as you can get, you look over in that direction, you can actually now see Racliffe Power Station on the actual route. It's in the persistent level. So what persistent level means is it's in a, if you think back to Train Sim Classic as a route builder, in the global tile, it basically means it's always loaded in on the route. So that now means you can see Ratcliffe Power Station. I don't know how far from Leicester you'll be able to see it, but it's brilliant to see it from Derby because that looks fantastic. And with the smoke, that really adds to that view, to be honest. That is absolutely fantastic. It looks great from over here. You can see all the smoke. The thin chimney on the left, it does have the aviation spotlights, which are the little red lights on the upper side. They probably will load in a bit nearer. Unfortunately, can't see them from Derby, which is a shame. Would have been quite cool to see them from all the way down here. But there'll be an LOD no doubt on that asset. Anyway, so the patch notes. So the new Midland mainline update arrived on the 12th. The full change list is as follows. So notable additions include Train Sim 5 guard mode functionality to class 158. Drivable intermodal services for cargo line volume 3. I think there's about 4. I think there's 4 or so services that you can drive. There may well be some AI versions as well that may cross through like Leicester and go off towards what do you call it, at Syston. Can't see them playable if they're in there because obviously there's nowhere really for you to pick up the service as such. There's numerous visual improvements across the route and the trains. Those are the notable bits. So the route itself, they've added the aircraft obstruction lights to the fin chimney at Racliffe Power Station, which is what I just mentioned. They've added Stay Calm campaign posters at Leicester, Derby and Nottingham. I didn't take a chance to look at them at Derby, so we'll have a look at those at Leicester when we get to there. This is a non-stop service, by the way. I've chosen to do it a little bit more in the night time because I want to see the lights on the power station. I thought it was quite nice to have a look at because that's sort of the focal point for this update, in my opinion, in the visual. They've added steam emissions back onto Racliffe Power Station. I believe also that there's better performance on that now compared to what it was like in previous iterations. I believe there was steam in the past, and I think that hampered the FPS a bit. Apparently, it doesn't seem to have any impact really now, which is good news. Change intermodal service to be player drivable with cargo line volume 3 intermodal, so you need to own that obviously for that. Expanded support for forthcoming cargo line packs, so there's obviously support for future stuff, so we don't want to do that. We want to not SD. So that'd be the military pack. I wonder if there's anything for the military pack coming for this. That suggests potentially. That's good. They fixed the arch bridge LOD causing a bad shadow and visual spike at distance. So that I'm presuming is the one that goes over the River Trent Junction. as you go into the tunnels at Red Hill, I think it's called. Fixed distant visuals on signal gantries so that they don't turn white. The fixed floating benches at Syston Station. Implemented TSW5 track shadow tech. Can't really see, you can kind of see it actually in the dark. Let's see it with some lines. There, I can just about see it in the dark. Implemented water material tech, so that is the newer water materials. So you can actually now sort of see in the water rather than it just being sort of like a shimmering sort of like top that you can't see any definition to or anything like that. Improved static stock at Beeston Yard as well. We're not going to see that unfortunately on this run, but we will see that in future stuff. The Stay Calm poster campaigns are featured at Derby, Nottingham and Leicester stations. At Skyhook, they're fully committed to promoting mental health awareness, and we are a hashtag Level Up Mental Health partnership with Safe in Our World, which is a video games industry initiative where the aim is to grow awareness of mental health and show that they're committed to creating a safe and supportive working environment, and also supporting mental health and well-being. They're delighted to be displaying the Stay Calm posters on the Midland Main Line route as well to raise further awareness for the mental health charity. I think it's quite nice to see as well, to be honest. It's definitely an important thing. So top marks for having that in there. I don't know if there's any other routes in TSW that have that, but no, that's great to see, to be honest. Maybe it's something we might see on future stuff as well. So moving on to the Class 158 is added guard mode, added dynamic gangways. I'm presuming they might be more sort of like the work with bouncers and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure what that means. I presume they must move around. They might have added nodes added to them, like bones on them, to make the sort of bendiness work. They fixed the cab gangways, preventing passage when in motion. Fixed camera height in the second man seat. Fixed half the lights in the passenger saloon not being illuminated. Fixed interior lights LODing out after a short distance. Improved interior lighting learned from the ScotRail Class 158 pack. Improved support for free roam and consist placement and formation design. Removed all 20-second wait tasks at the start of a passenger service due to the conflict with the operation of the Garbo functionality. I'm hoping that that is the local door thing that made you like sit here for the 20 seconds. That, as great as it was annoying, because you'd be instantly late before you set off, so that's good news. On the HST, improved material when it's wet to be consistent with the Mark III coaches. Improved support for free roam consist placement and formation designer. Fixed ability to add decals to Mark III coaches in the 2+6 and 2+8 livery designer options. Updated vehicle order in the livery designer so that scrolling left to right is now logical. And that is your update notes. That is across all the boards for PlayStation, Xbox, Steam and Epic. As always, you allow 24 hours for things to download, but usually it's instant, to be honest. But oddities really where it doesn't sometimes download. Might be because you might have downloads maybe turned off or something. But go and have a look yourself if you've got the route. Go and have a dabble. You can obviously see the red dots there on the tower. They're looking great. I'm also speeding through Long Eaton, which is not great. We'll just put some brakes on. Too busy ringing things out. But yeah, the spotlights do LOD out a little bit, but they do come into view, so I can see them now sort of back in a little bit. But the closer you get, the more visible they'll become. Unfortunately, some assets like that are very hard to see at a distance. I remember we had issues with the Blackpool Tower asset trying to get that to show at distance. Oh, that's looking great. It honestly does look so cool. There will be a screenshot for the thumbnail, but probably on the other side of East Midlands Parkway for this. Put it all in view. That looks fantastic, especially now being able to see it at distance where it doesn't all pop in, because it used to pop in as you're sort of getting around that corner at Long Eaton. So yeah, I like that. A nice addition, and the smoke, it looks great at night. Definitely. It actually looks like a power station working. Big thumbs up. This service is about 20 minutes, so it's actually it's one of the quicker runs, but just mainly so we could do a quick look at the power station itself. Find where I can get the. I don't know if I can get the other tower in, to be honest. Wait, it's there. You can't see it. Might have the HSTs and the bowls there, isn't it? Pretty typical. Oh no, maybe not. That was fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now a nice little thrash through to Leicester. When we get to Leicester, we'll go and look for that calm poster as well and have a look at that. See what that's showing. I do like that Skyhook are continuing to update the route. I mean, the route's been out a couple of years now. Not every developer goes back and substantially updates their routes like this, so it can only be good stuff for Skyhook if they're having the dedication and they're allowed to have the time to revisit the route and add new bits and pieces. And obviously it's not just new stuff anyway, it's like stuff they've learned. So one of the things was from the 158, so they've obviously learned some stuff from that, so they've been able to go back and implement it on the stuff onto this route. And it only makes the experience better. I say not every developer does this, and it's not easy to always go back to stuff and revisit stuff all the time. Unfortunately, you do have to keep moving on, but it must be working right for Skyhook at the end of the day, so a win-win. Obviously it's going to get darker and darker as this run goes, but nice little atmospheric run just for 20 minutes. Due into Leicester in around about 10 minutes, so we're not too far from Loughborough. There's a college on the left hand side here. Never noticed them lights before. I'm going through, is it Old Hafford? On the right hand side of it, which is an old station years ago. Years ago, like a country, sort of like a country house or sort of like a holiday house you can go and stay at. Not that you could really see it, we've just gone past it, right? But it is there. Greens are paving the way. We're just about to hit 110. We are good for 120, however. We are climbing at the minute, so it's going to take a little bit more to get there, but we'll push it. We'll try our best. What are your favourite bits about this update? What do you like? What would you like to see in future updates? Because you never know, Skyhook might just grace the channel and see the video, and they might check back in here. So if there's anything that you wish to see, lob it in the chat below. One thing I would like to see, actually, to be fair, is the cityscape removal of Loughborough, because it actually shouldn't be there really. That's a bit on the fictional side, to be honest. A lot of them did get removed, I noticed, in the previous updates, so there is still some bits left in there. There's no cityscape like that at Loughborough. I will say. Oh, we're absolutely storming. We are in dynamic weather, so you never know what might happen here. I forgot to put it on normal custom. I thought I'll just leave it for the sake of 20 minutes. Oh, we're absolutely belting it. We can just go back down to 110 in a minute now. But our burst of excitement does end shortly, but it does go back up again. Just. Not for very long though, because it'll start slowing down again. We're 10 miles out of Leicester. you see the power station stuff? Yes. Oh, it's great in the sun, that, isn't it? Yeah, I'm that alone. I'm quite impressed with, because that has really changed the way it all looks. Love it. We probably should have done the drive going towards Derby. I never realised, to be honest, but never mind. We've seen what we need to see. At the end of the day, that's the main thing. Power open saw. Not seen any freight or anything yet. So there's a few bits knocking around in the yard there. The 6.6 and sort of strewn wagons here and there, just laying around. Like there's a rake of HOAs in there as well, just at the back. We're waiting to be loaded for the next turn. Do fully recommend the cargo line packs though. You've got petroleum, aggregates, and now intermodal, and they all are used on this route as well, so that is plenty of gameplay for this route. Keeps you busy, and they work on other routes as well. Albi. Back up to 120 here. Definitely is one of my favourite routes, this. I think having all the extra updates to it has made it even more so. It wasn't originally when it first came. I mean, a lot of people will say the same thing, but the updates that Adam and the team at Skyhook have done some really good stuff. They've really pulled it to where it should be. No doubt it's taken them a lot of work to sort of rectify where the route originally was to get it to where it is now. It just shows that there's a lot of effort and dedication has been put back into this. It wasn't just one of them projects where that's it, release it and forget about it. I would like to see Scout do another route one day. Syston station there. That's the last station before we get into Leicester, which is only 4.7 miles away now. Soon be upon us. It's sort of the last stretch now. Last couple of straights. You see on the HUD it's already dropping us down to 90 there, so it's going to be bringing us in very shortly. It's just a nice quick 20-minute burst. I just spent the evening driving the Valenta on TS Classic. Now I'm doing the VP 185 on here. I love me HSTs at the minute. Nice bit of orange right down this side. Still see that power station. Oh, it's over there. You can just about see one of the towers. It's Milkston. You can nearly see it from Leicester and obviously Derby, and you'll no doubt see it from Nottingham as well. That's pretty cool. I like that. And this is us. Obviously, again, if nighttime videos aren't your thing, we don't do this very often. It's just on this occasion, it needed to be done for what we wanted to see. But it's still been quite a nice atmospheric run. Different. If you do like these types of runs at night, let me know. We can always do some more. If there's an audience for it, then I will cover. End of the day, the channel is also driven by you. Been a bit strange. It reckons I'm already in the station down here. My track map is a bit off. Bizarre. I've got to look out for a poster. See if I can see it. Could be on one of the other sides. I'll find it. Hang on that. And I think we're on time. 30 seconds late. Can't go wrong with that. Right, where's this poster? Oh, hang on. Let me just let me just vacate the vehicle. Little while ago. Right, have a look. If it's down here. Oh, hang on, I found it. It's there. There we go. That's the new arm poster. You'll find these at Leicester, Nottingham and Derby stations. But we didn't see it at Derby. I didn't notice it was there until we'd read it. I wonder if there's any others. Might just be one on each platform, to be honest. Have a poster. Yeah, I presume they are just at maybe one on each station. Have a goosey gander over here. We'll check on the back of here before we finish up. There will be a video covering the Preston to Carlisle update. That'll be probably next up. We'll be covering that, so do keep an eye on that. and anything else that comes up in the meantime, we'll do our very best to keep as much coverage as possible. I can't see any more of these posters, so I presume it's just the one. Thank you though for watching, guys. Again, the update will be available to everyone across the board, so you should have the update by now. If not, maybe just check your settings to make sure it's updated. So yeah, it should be there. Thank you again for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again very soon for another video. Don't forget you can like, share, subscribe, hit your notification bell for future videos, and you can catch us on Twitch on a Monday and Friday at twitch.tv/trainsim_TV. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.